Hello, welcome to Tea Time with Nejla. Grab your tea, relax, and enjoy this little mini reflection on how dance is connected to nature. How is dance connected to nature? The longer I dance, the less I feel that dance imitates nature. It feels more accurate to say that dance emerges from the same source, not as an image of nature, not as birds, waves, trees, or clouds, but as participation in the same living principles that shape everything around us: rhythm, change, adaptation, cycles, growth, decay, renewal, and return. When I watch wind move through a field of grass, I do not see dance in the human sense, yet I recognize something familiar, a responsiveness, a conversation, a body being shaped by forces larger than itself. And I begin to wonder if dance is not something humans invented, but something we inherited. After all, the body is nature. We are made of the same elements as rivers, mountains, forests, and stars. Water flows through us. Minerals form our bones. Heat warms our blood. Breath connects us to the atmosphere. Gravity is constantly touching us. The body is not separate from nature. It is one of nature's expressions. Perhaps this is why movement can feel so deeply satisfying. When we dance, we are not escaping the natural world. We are remembering our participation in it. I often notice that movement feels most alive when it is less concerned with control and more connected to listening. The body begins to move the way roots find water, the way rivers find their course, the way birds travel across continents without carrying a map. Something larger than thought begins to organize the movement. Dance and nature also shares a relationship to time. Neither moves in straight lines. Both unfold in cycles. A season returns, but never exactly the same. A wave repeats, yet every wave is different. The body revisits familiar movements, carrying new experience into them. Each time we dance, it is different. Life spirals, dance spirals. We grow by returning again and again. Nature teaches us that change is not an interruption of life. Change is life. Leaves fall, snow melts, seeds break open, day becomes night and returns again. Nothing remains fixed, and yet there's continuity within the change, within the return. Dance reveals the same truth. A gesture appears and disappears. A phrase rises and dissolves. A performance begins and ends, yet something continues moving through memory, sensation, and relationship. The form changes. The life inside it continues. This is why I often feel that dance is not simply an art form. It is a practice of belonging to nature, a way of remembering that we are part of a living world that is constantly moving, changing, and transforming. Before language, bodies moved. Before philosophy, bodies move. Before we named ourselves as separate from nature, bodies moved. Movement was one of our first conversations with the world. A way of responding to sunlight, to weather, danger, nourishment, community, and mystery. Perhaps every dance still carries an echo of that ancient conversation. And perhaps this is why dancing can feel spiritual even when no spiritual language is used. For a moment, the boundaries soften. The separation between self and world becomes less solid. The heartbeat feels connected to the larger rhythm. The breath feels shared. The body feels like an isolated individual. The body feels less like an isolated individual and more like part of a vast living process. There are moments while dancing when I no longer feel that I am moving alone. The wind is moving, the earth is moving, the seasons are moving, the stars are moving. Life itself is constantly moving, and I am participating. Maybe this is where dance and nature meet most deeply, not in resemblance, but in relationship, not in invitation, but in belonging. Dance reminds us that we are not standing outside the mystery of life, observing it. We are inside it, moving with it, being moved by it. And then, for a brief moment, we remember we are life, we are nature. I leave you with a small practice today. I call it dancing with the elements. Put on a piece of music you love. As you begin to move, imagine that each element is dancing through you. The steadiness of earth, the fluidity of water, the freedom of air, the warmth of fire, the spaciousness of the sky. Spend a few moments with each element. Notice which elements feel most familiar to you. Notice which one asks for your attention. When the music ends, place a hand on your heart and then another on your belly. Take a slow, deep breath and ask yourself, where in my life am I being invited to move more like nature itself? You can do this later, a little longer, and then ask yourself, where in my life am I being invited to move more like nature itself? Let me know how it went. Comments are always welcomed, and also your experience teaches me a lot, and thank you for being here. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, wherever you are. Be blessed and see you next time. Ciao.